can't believe what I just saw. I'm still trying to understand. This whole time I was sure I was all alone, a single soul in this vast unknown world. But a few days into the trek I looked down to see a figure headed the same way I was. I've tucked myself in these caves and crevices trying my best to keep hidden, but he was out in the open, making his exhausted journey right down the middle of trench. I was curious enough to follow alongside the path with him. He seemed unaffected by the fear of the unknown, the fear that tends to cripple me. To him, the terrain seemed familiar, as if he had been out here before. While lost in my curiosity, they appeared. I had heard about them back in Dima, but to my knowledge, the stories were merely myth. 10, 20, and then what seemed to be 100 banditos appeared upon the cliff, all looking down at him. He only stopped for a moment to look back up at them, and then continued on his way. His energy changed, and I wasn't sure if he was frightened or encouraged by their ominous presence. They warned him of what was about to come. It was a blur. First seeing the figure, then the banditos, only to now have my eyes open to the oncoming bishop upon a white horse drawing closer in the distance. The figure halted and waited. When the bishop stopped, I was sure he looked up, directly at me, so I hid deeper back in a cave. The presence of the robed rider seemed to paralyze the man. He stood still as he was approached, powerless as the outstretched hand smeared his neck. I had never seen a bishop possess power like this. Keons had always seemed gentle and warm. This bishop, at least out here, seemed like something else. So I ran, and I've been running for as long as my legs and lungs can handle. Maybe this note will be my proof that what I witnessed was not a dream. A million questions raced through my brain. Am I not the only one traveling through Trench? I'll travel a little further. Maybe I'll get a moment of rest tonight. I may have made a mistake leaving. This spot between two places is beginning to feel like an endless and hopeless abyss. At least Dima is a place that I know, and at times like this, I miss a lot about what I know. This will all be much tougher than I imagined. Nothing out here is familiar. I've witnessed the presence of others for the first time today, and I feel more alone than ever. Cover me.